Will you call me your baby when you're holding my hand? But the way that you hurt me, I just don't understand. Well, you say that you need me like the ocean needs sand, but the way you mistreat me, I just don't understand. Well, you know that I love you more than anyone can, but a one-sided love I just don't understand. Well, you know that I love you more than anyone can, but a one-sided love I just don't understand. Well, you call me your baby, and you're holding my hand. Oh, honey, you hurt me, and you don't understand. You just don't understand. You just don't understand. You just don't.
Thanks for following, Wardinger. Thanks for following, Moloch. Moloch. snazzy. Thanks for following, C. Schneid. Okay, so I'm at a spot where I'm trying to accomplish something, and what it is a business process flow. Thanks for following, Alex Dixon. What this is like, say you have like a huge like e-commerce form, maybe like, for example, like an Amazon when you click checkout. Thanks for following, eSkills 1956. So like the first step would be like, enter your what kind of shipping you want, and then you go to the next form, next page, and it's like, how do you want to, what's your billing address? And then you go to the next page, and it's like, it's split up into chunks, otherwise it'd be like a really long page. So for this example, all I'm trying to create is, like, this is going to be really simple. Like, it could be one page, but just for example, a user form where you ask them their name, their age, their bio, and then I'm going to ask them what music they like and what sports they like. And those will be 3 pages, one for sports, one for music, and one for the bio. And then a final page will be like, good job, I guess. Good job for filling out this simple form. So that's my goal for today. I'm at a point now where I feel like I can start working on that part. Thanks for following. arfni. What does console? What that console does debug. Also, how you auto refresh your index in Chrome. Okay, so I'm gonna guess kind of what you're asking. So this right here is the Chrome DevTools. You can get to it by hitting Control-Shift-I or F12. I think it's Command-Shift-I on Mac. It's just built into Chrome. Similar one is in Opera and Safari, and then IE and Firefox have their own. They're all really similar, but Chrome is my favorite one. Auto refresh. That is done through this app called Live Server. So you can install it this way: npm install -g live server. I'll just reinstall it just for demonstration. And then what that does is I can run live server on my dist folder, which is where I'm serving out of. Refresh that. And then anytime one of the things in my dist folder changes, which is this, this is my website, these 6 files, it'll automatically refresh here, CSS or script or HTML. HTML never changes. HTML is this. It's like nothing. Everything else is JavaScript and CSS. So what I have going on there is, aside that, I have a gulp task. And gulp is a build. So there's a bunch of them. There's gulp and grunt and broccoli and npm and watch. But I use gulp. And I'm using gulp watch. So anytime I change one of these files, I can show you the gulp file real quick. So here's my watch. Anytime something in the scripts things changes, it runs the JavaScript builder. Anytime something in my package.json, it runs the JavaScript vendor build. Anytime a style changes, it runs the CSS one. Anytime the index changes, it runs the HTML one. Anytime I change the test too, I also run the JavaScript tests. So anytime that happens, it automatically recompiles and put it into dist. That's what this guy's doing. You can tell it does CSS last. And that gets picked up by live server. So I can show you, like, let's say I updated this file, whatever. It'll say it changed, a file change detected, and it'll go automatically update it here. Like, I don't have to refresh or anything. Thanks for following, Notoxy. So I guess proof of concept, like, if I go to process and I say exclamation marks, I hit save and it's just automatically there. Thanks for following, Felix. Bunch of numbers. Does that answer the question, Napster? I know that was a lot of technology that I just threw out, but it's a combination of gulp watch and live server. Thanks for following, Liasinji. Okay, so let's get a really simple music form going, just so I can proof of concept this. I'm just going to say music for now. I guess with an HT tag. And then I'll put this up here. It's going to look something like this. So I have kind of a complicated build system going on, but it works really well for me. What was I doing? Music form. Let's see if there are any errors. No. Okay. Does it display on the page? Nope. Oh yeah, sorry. I need to add the component. Okay, so now this is on the page. Oh, I know why. I overwrote component. Okay, so now I got both of them on the page. This is the music form, and this is the user form. Simple enough. So now I want a next and previous button. We'll just do 2 buttons for now. Next. Well, I'll reverse these in a second. So anytime previous is hit, go to the previous step and the next step. So this is the first step, and this is the second step for now. Let's go ahead and hooks. Okay. PHP. I think it'll just, anytime any file changes, it'll just go ahead and update it. I don't know about PHP support. Okay. So we got our buttons in there. Now I want to do something where there's a frame for the current step. And then I guess I'm not so positive about this one, but I guess we'll do steps and shove these guys into there. So like first step, second step, third step. And then pull out one of the children into here. Oh gosh. How do I want to do this? Oh, this is a console 2. It's gotta be about in here somewhere. Yeah. Or Conemu, sorry. I used to use console 2. I guess use Conemu now. Pretty much it's stuff that's trying to get better, but it'll never be quite as good as like the Unix terminal. But I'm on Windows, so this will do. Okay. So I need to preserve these steps. And move them. No, I don't want to move them around. We're going to do it like this instead. We'll just hide and show them based on what step we're on. So let's go into our process and we need a step. So we're going to start at step 0 by default. And we're going to create a method. I think it's methods. Listening for events. Yeah, methods. We're going to do one for on next. And on previous. Instead I'm going to call it next and previous. Go ahead and give them event parameters. I don't think I'll need them. Yeah, my linter doesn't even like that, so. So what we're going to do next, we're going to do step equals step plus 1. Step minus 1. And we're not going to worry about bounds yet. We're just going to go ahead and do it. I have this. Okay. Am I dumping this into the global yet? No, let's do that real quick. Global.process equals process view. So now I can mess around with a little bit more. So process, geez. What did I get? Step. 0. No. Oh yeah, I didn't hook up any events. So we're not going to do that. We're doing click. Oh no, actually. Oh, it's good enough for now, but doing this wrong. Okay, there we go. Still nothing. Be on click on click. Looks pretty much like what I think I have. Next. Next. Is that, what was it, on click? No, just click. I'm clicking the wrong one. Nitrous.io is a pretty slick way to dev on remote Unix box if you ever find yourself needing more real Unix system. No, when I need a more real Unix system, I either SSH into my Raspberry Pi, right, or I just run Linux. You know? Sometimes just you want a real Linux environment. So I have one, and I do use it. But today I'm not using it. Yeah, I'm on the latest version. Okay, so this guy needs to be previous. Other guy needs to be next. You guys are supposed to be catching these bugs. Perfect. Okay. So I also additionally need to do some hiding and showing. What is the best way to do that? I wonder if there's a directive just for that. Show. How about that? Look at that. Okay. We'll just definitely use that instead. So, oh, okay, so it's not that easy. I'm not going to use view show. Doesn't quite make sense. I don't know how to do dynamic binding values. Neither do I really want to be honest. We'll go ahead and just do it, jQuery. So, every time I click one of these buttons, I need to run it through a yeah, okay, I just need to create a function. Should I do that in methods? I don't really want it to be I guess I do want it to be an instance method. I don't know, sorry. I want it to be a property. I'm just like clicking all over. Okay. Methods. Yeah, it looks like this might be what I want. Just create a new one. Set step. Instead of doing this, it'll be this dot set step equals this dot step plus 1 and minus 1. And this will be this dot step equals step for now. Okay. Sure. Complete break it. Okay. So if step less than 0. Return. Yeah, yes it is. I don't even want to do anything then. Else if step is greater than you get the count of how many things are inside of steps. What is my current element? .l? Yeah. Provide the view instance with an existing DOM element. It can be, oh, that's not what I want. It's not an option. I want instance properties. .l. Okay. It's kind of misleading the dollars. Thanks for following Mighty Before God. Okay, so create a method called total steps. And all this is going to do is return how many steps there are, which is how many elements are in this div. So let's go ahead and grab jQuery. So I guess I can just do count the number of children in the jQuery thing. So it would be hook equals be that steps dot. Is it just that children? Let's see, DOM. Where's the selection part? Selectors. So I don't want to filter. It's dot children dot length. Length. Okay. Return that. Oh, did not intend that. Okay. Okay, let's see if that works. Should stay within the bounds now. Yes. Seems to skip over it. So step +1. Totally missed that follower. Don't really know how to check it. But thanks for following. Oh, Dr. Strong. I see it on the delayed stream. Why did it skip over number 2? Oh, it sure didn't that time. Maybe I just clicked the button a bunch of times. Yeah, I mean, okay, it seems to be working now. Yeah, it's bounded. Okay. So now on initialize, the old life cycle thing. What would that be? Where's life cycle? Options? Life cycle. On ready. What was that under data? So when we're ready, we want to hide all the elements except for the 0th one. What are the specs of your computer? You know, I don't have that great of a computer. I don't know, where's a good place to show you even specs? DXDAG. I'll just show you this. I have no graphics card. I'm running an Intel i5 4570. There's a solid state drive. I mean, what else really is there? 8 gigs of RAM. And I spent like a few $100s on this computer. I still play games though, like I still play Counter-Strike and everything. Yeah, you just don't need a graphics card to do low power things. That's for a different time. Trailing space is not allowed. Yes, talking about this. I wonder if I can do instance methods here. Will that console.log? Yeah. 3, that's right. Plus, I wasn't bounding right. You guys aren't finding my errors. There we go. So I can call instance methods from in here. This music is too loud. So I want an instance method called show step. You give it a step, and it'll show that one. And I also want to hide steps, I guess. You don't pass anything, it just hides them all. And if that causes a flash, then we'll change it, but we'll see. I mean, I need to cache this, don't I? No. So hide steps goes through all these, and we'll hide them all. Show step will go through these, but we need to put a selector on. Yeah, I saw other updates. I was kind of wondering about that. Probably nothing. Oh, great. Nothing too important. So nth child is what I'm looking at. Select all childs out of the nth child of their parent. You know, there's gotta be a better one. Instead of doing a selector, you know what, I'll just trust jQuery to be performant. How do I use this? Nth child. You know what, we're not gonna do that just 'cause I don't want to do the string concatenation. We are going to or it's just like a jQuery object if I want to do stuff on that. Like just like get. I think get is just what I want. Nope. Oh yeah, index. Okay. So I just want to do a .get step show. So every time the step changes, I'm going to this dot hide steps and this dot show step of the current step. Let's see how that looks. And then I want to hide. I want to do that on ready. Oop. Let's see, what's it? It doesn't like show step. show step. Oh no, it's in the show step. What doesn't it like an in show step? It doesn't like. It's gonna be one of these guys for sure. Step equals 0. Okay, we're just gonna open the console and check it out. Good. 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 Oh, wait. Yeah, that's good, but that was called get on that. Oop. 0. Oh, okay. Get is not a jQuery object. So I can't just call out .show on that. Is there like a related on the bottom? What category is this in? .NET methods? Maybe this is what I want. Nope. I really don't want to do the string concatenation, but I can either do that or wrap it again, which is also kind of ugly. I guess it'd be, well, it sounds like it should be under here. Because there's a collection that I'm trying to get one out of without unwrapping the jQuery object. I guess. What are you making? I'm trying to make a business process flow. I'll describe it real quick again. Like say you're doing a checkout page on Amazon. Like instead of giving you one huge form, like one page that's like billing address, billing info, shipping address, all that stuff, they split it out into different pages. So the business process flow is you clicking previous and next between those smaller pages to make it, easier bite size, forms. So I'm just trying to remake that real quick, but as a spa instead of as like a server-side thing. Okay, I'm just gonna wrap it because I'm taking too long to look at this. Or should I'm just gonna do the string combination, whatever. Select child and child. This is what I was trying to avoid, but we'll see. What are my errors? Line 22 exceeds? Doesn't look like it does. Oh, you think my tabs are 4 long, don't you? Okay. Do it your way. You too, huh? Infix operators must be spaced. 23. This is spaced. You're not though. Step used outside of binding context. Yes, you are. I did this in the wrong one, didn't I? Yes, I did. Here, I'm gonna send you a link to a blog post describing it. Dart coding. children? You do need children. Get. Try that. Okay. You refresh. Doesn't that just work perfectly? Let's see. So show step ever being called with this dot step. Step comes in here. And what does this find? Does it find the step that I want? No. Oh. I guess, but... Huh. No, I don't like that. So we're going to do it this way. We're going to return this guy again. Okay. Okay. So apparently nth child is 1 indexed. Okay. It's uglier and uglier. Get rid of that debugger. Wait, oh, I need to add one. Okay, cool. Look at that. So now instead of showing a hide, I think I would like to have it animate from the left and right. Well, let's just finish the functionality first. Well, actually, okay, yeah. So if I'm on the first page, I need previous to be, I guess, non-existent. And then if I'm on the last page, I need next to be non-existent. So let's go ahead and work on that. So we're going to use computed property to do that. The computed property is just, you'll figure it out. So computed. It's going to be, no, I don't want computed. Yeah, I do want computed. I want it to be nicer. So, Ken previous. I don't know if I like that, but thanks for following, Buddy Scythe. So, I'm just going to write a function, because it doesn't need to do anything special. Return step is greater than 0. This step is greater than 0. And then we're going to do Ken next. This is going to return step is less than or equal to, let's see, I had it down here, this dot total steps. So now that I have Ken previous and Ken next, I'm going to go ahead in here and do v show Ken previous and v show Ken next. And let's see if that works. Oh, now I can't see anything at all. Are you going to use PHP 2 for serving? No. I'm going to be using no servers for this. Everything I'll be doing will be front end, more or less. When I do use back end, I always use something like Restify, or just like our simple. I do all front end client side apps, and then for back end, I'll just do like a REST API. I mean, there's arguments everywhere, but for either direction you want to go, but I mainly focus on front-end development because that's what I enjoy more. So the things I make are just little, like today is just like a little toy thing just for practice, and it's going to be all front-end. There's no server for this, other than the 6 files in dist. Well, 4 I guess really, but 2 of them are source maps. So let's see what those return. Can I just do connext? Oh, those are what I want them to be. Can I not bind to... Oh. Almost. Okay, let's see what those are. That's right. So if it is, so total steps is 3, and that step is 2. Yeah, that's right. So I shouldn't be able to next again. Really need to do this? This doesn't feel right. Gratuitous parentheses. Okay, so now that's working. Let's do a progress bar now. Total steps -1. No, total steps is 3. And it's not, I mean that makes sense, because it's a quantity rather than indexing. For some reason I still feel like this, I mean it's working, but it doesn't feel right to me. Anyways, let's do a progress bar. So let's go ahead and create a new element. We're going to call it V progress bar. So creative. And we're going to give it V width. The data we're going to use for it will be a value from 0 to 1. Sort of. Yeah, value from 0 to 1. Maybe the number of the last child instead of total steps -1. Yeah, the last child would be 2. And the step is an index, and this is not an index. So, I mean, I guess this does make sense to convert it into what it would be as an index, but I kind of figured that this kind of did already. Yeah, I guess it would have to get to 3 before this would be return false, and that would already be wrong. So I guess this is fine. I need to stop thinking about this. So progress bar will take a value from 0 to 1, basically 0 to 100%, and display the progress bar however I choose. So I need a computed value for percent complete. And it's going to be something like this dot steps turn divided by this dot total steps. What do I call it? Percent complete? Oh, not this. Process that percent complete. 0 33%, 66%. I wonder if this is going to keep biting me. So what am I at? The first one, I'm at 0%, 50%, and then I'm 100%. So yeah, that works. Hey Dan, what exactly are you developing at the moment? Hey McLovin, right now what I'm working on is just a toy business process flow, just to practice some front-end development. So a business process flow would be like if you go to an Amazon checkout, and if you click checkout, then you have to do your shipping type, your shipping address, your billing address, your billing information, and then like a final checkout, right? So pretty much that would be a huge page. And that huge page you want to break down into smaller pages with next and previous buttons, just so the user doesn't get overwhelmed with all of the fields. So they get like nice little forms that they can fill out, and like when they have a validation error, it's only for a couple fields rather than like 100. So this is just like a real quick building a business process flow. I'm pretty far already. I mean, it's not like pretty or anything, but it's definitely like a business process flow. I don't have any validation yet, I guess. That could be tricky. I didn't even think about that, but right now I'm working on a progress bar just to show how far you are in the form. And the progress will be percent complete. So let's go work on that progress bar now. Yeah, I don't know how much I like having templates here. I feel like they almost go in view, but most people do it up here, so. But the problem is, like, when I'm here, I'll use strict wrong file. I want you up here. I get the progress bar template. I'm just gonna call it template. I'm tired of typing all that out. I have to go up 2 and then down 1 and then 2 progress bar. Well, I need to grab view. And then let's do progress component. I probably need to do it the other. Yeah, let's do it the other way. There's a shorthand version I'm just going to do. That's pretty cool. Working on a degree at my school, and I'm trying to learn more about Java and Python at the moment. Learned HTML, CSS last year, but it used some work. My final project looked like a site made on Microsoft Word. What does this site made on Microsoft Word look like? But going through school and doing programming is a lot of fun, but just make sure you do side projects. That's how you actually get good at programming. School's just going to help you and guide you through that. But the side projects are what you're really going to separate you from the rest of the people. Oops. So yeah, so C. Schneid, yeah, picking problems and solving them and repeating it, that is a good way to learn. Eventually, you know, your problems will get bigger and bigger, and then and then you start, you know, solving actual problems. Like, I don't know. Eventually it'll become like a whole application. Like the problem is there's this app that you want that doesn't exist, so then you'll go and make it. What was I working on? Yeah, component. I want to do the other pattern. So I want to save it. Yeah, this pattern. So it's called the progress bar, and it takes a template. Template for now is going to be progress bar and H2s. Okay, cool. Oops. It is indeed progress bar and H2s. So now we need to give it data, which defaults to, what do they choose? % complete or something? Progress. And it's going to start at 0, Why am I so lost? Cool. Do I have any errors? No. So I don't actually want to display a progress bar. I want actually to display a div. Very special something. Let's do it with Flexbox. That sounds cool. I probably don't need this at all, actually. Can I just leave that blank? It'll still be there. No, I probably need something in there. I mean, I see it, but. And we'll give this a class of v progress bar r. So let's go create a style for it. Oh, what am I doing? This doesn't make sense. Unless I do an inline style, the words bounce. Oh, you're talking about the form? Yeah. Yeah, I did some transitions for that. This is the CSS required to do that bounce, or at least the CSS I wrote to do the bounce. It's not too much. It's pretty much just this and this will do that. I guess there's a little bit of JavaScript too, because I need to append the active, but you don't need to do it this way. I just did it because it's just how CSS BEM would do it. Thanks for following, Jadea. Mighty Before God. This is not a WordPress site. This is just straight up HTML, JavaScript, and CSS, and nothing more. Just a static website. I can't even imagine what it would mean to optimize for Mosaic. I figure that would mean like actually getting it to run. It's probably was really picky. Okay. Let's see, v progress bar dot less. So let's go ahead and give the progress bar a I'm using Atom. It's just a text editor. I know a lot of people like to use like WebStorm or Visual Studio or Brackets, you know, whatever IDE you want. It's just a personal choice which one you want to do. I always found Visual Studio to be very heavy and it always got in my way. I used to use Vim, but now I use Atom. I mean, it's nice because like Atom even has like a Vim mode. You know, you can just use it just like Vim, you know. So Brackets is really nice for web design. Like it's really good for doing this live editing type stuff because it's just built in. It'll just automatically do it. Brackets is not good. You know what? Brackets is fine. I'm not gonna say it's not good for anything. I use Atom. Visual Studio is just fine too. I just don't use it. Sometimes I'm not using Windows, so can't use Visual Studio then unless you use the online version. So anyways, let's go ahead and give this thing some just see what it looks like. Not width, height, say 20 pixels. Display block. Okay. height 1 rem. Let's see how big that is. 2 rem. It's already pretty big. Okay. So now that I got that, I want to actually want to flex it, I think. Well, let's block that and then flex this. Let's put this inside of another guy. Let's actually do them on it. Let's check out Magic Leap. I don't know, this looks like a pretty standard website nowadays. Like a video hero, and then a bunch of parallax scrolling. Oh, this isn't really parallax, just a static background. Let me click on the other things. Maybe we're talking about how do I get to the other things. Yeah, I don't know. It just looks like Motorola to me. You know? There's a lot of things like this. If you go to the maybe Moto G. I don't know, there's a bunch of these types of things. How different does mine look? Is it because I have my monitor extra wide? Magic Leap, what's it called? I have a whale now. I guess it changes. I guess it only changes as you go down. Heck. I don't know. It's weirding me out. I do have a solid state drive. I'm not sure how that's really related. Because this should all be running in memory at this point. It's not really, it shouldn't be thrashing my hard drive. How did I end up paying for field? I just acted like it existed. Okay. Where's field? Yeah, so I did call one field. So I shall call one V progress bar. And V progress bar bar. Let's move this up here so we can see both. Oh, yeah, it's true, Bloody Safe. Stream's not going to come through 100% like what I'm viewing. But behind here. We're also going to display flex here. We're going to try to do a flex progress bar. So this is the progress part, and then this is the rest of the bar. The part that's not shown, I guess. I don't know if this is needed. Let's go pull up Flexbox stuff. So I want this to be like, if this is 1, then I want the other one to be 0. So it'll be flex grow. Flex invert. Let's see if we can do that. V style flex grow equals progress. The other one will be 1 minus progress. I don't know how much I can do that though. just do that for now. See what happens. Oh, and let's color one so we can see anything happening. Red. Let's find it. It's right here. Flex grow 0. Flex grow 0.5, which is the entire thing apparently, and flex grow 100%. Let's just see if we can do math in it. 1 minus that. What does that do? Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Now, can I do a transition on flex grow? That'd be weird. So let's select both of them first. Am I really that bad at typing? What's going on? I never figure out how to select that. So let's do a transition on flex grow over 0.2 seconds and use it. See what that does. Look at that. Pretty. We'll do it slower to see if you guys can see it. Oh, actually that's pretty ugly. What are you doing here? What's going on? How can we just flash between these two? Oh. Are you planning on entering the Overwolf Twitch app challenge? Nope. Not making a Twitch app right now. Why the double underscores in your classes? I'm using a methodology called CSS BEM. Let's see if this is it. Yeah, that's the good one. And it's just a methodology for writing modular CSS. Double underscore means an element, and double hyphen means a modifier. So I have a bar element, and I have a modified invert. So this isn't really right, but it just seemed right to me. You know what? This one actually maybe should be flex shrink. I don't know. Maybe that works. Like, oh no. It's not how I want it to work. Let's just give you a style of flex grow 1. What do you look like when I do that? Oh, that's right, you have equal footing now. You know what? I also want progress bar on top. So it doesn't move around so much. What do they do? Data option should be a function that returns a per instance value in component definitions. I don't know what you're complaining about. Did I really change that much? You gotta be joking. Oh, I bet I know what happened. You need to come before all the rest of them. No, that can't be. The data option should be a function that returns a per instance value in component definitions. Did I mess you up? I did mess you up. But that's not the problem I'm having. All my steps are disappearing. Steps, you're supposed to exist right here. What is bizarre? Everything underneath this component, it gets wiped away. Okay. Why? Are you ready? He's being called too soon. When I move it up here. I need you guys to find these errors. Come on. I was missing a closing bracket. Okay. Still doesn't quite look right. It's the strength that's going on. I'll get rid of the strength. It's this that's going on here or that. Well, it's... Yeah, add the 1 minus back. This like pops over there. I guess it can't transition to FlexGrow 0 for some reason. Probably just gets wiped out. Let's do 1.01. Because I like hacks. Look at that. That worked. Oh. It's right there also. Plus 0.01. God, it's so bad. Oh, I guess. No, this isn't right. Stop it. Stop doing that, Danny. So Flexbox, how do I get you to animate between these two states? Gotta Google it. Transition FlexGrow from 0. Whoa, here's an issue saying that it should not. Apparently, they fixed it. No? When was this reported? Almost a year ago. Let me make sure my auto prefixer is working. I can do that real quick by doing. Oh. Yeah, that's working. But why isn't this animate? Where did I? Oh, yeah. So there are some other ways to do it. I guess FlexGrow isn't the right way to do it. Look at that. Doesn't quite animate right. What types of projects do you suggest I work on in my free time while I'm in school? Trying to have a diverse background. I made a small Java game, but that's about it. My entire time in college, when I went to Purdue, I was making games and loved 2D. It doesn't matter what language or anything. Just programming is programming. And one of the nice things about games is that it covers like everything. You know, building, algorithms, you know, working with teams. I don't know why everyone's asking about Meteor.js. I have tried Meteor.js, but this was about 2 years ago when I tried it, and I didn't really like it. Yeah, I made tons and tons of stuff with Love 2D. That's how I mainly learned programming. And then also on the side, I was also building some websites just for fun. But what you choose isn't really that big of a deal. I mean, you can do Fortran UI and still learn a lot of the programming concepts. So it's like, for instance, like I did all Lua development and stuff. I applied for a job for C#, and all I knew was Lua, and I did all the projects they gave me in Lua, and they still hired me, and I did C# development. I'd never done C# before I got that job. I just showed that I was a good programmer, I guess. I mainly do JavaScript now, though. No longer work at that job. I need to get a new Wi-Fi card because I'd rather work on it on my workstation with Linux. Oh, that's a good suggestion, BMM TSTV. You know what's even better? I don't know, whatever. Just Dragon 5. Oh. It's kind of what I expected. Yeah, I enjoyed C++ when I left college. As I kept learning JavaScript more and more, I stopped caring about C++. It's still a good language, though. It keeps going through a lot of renaissances, though, with all the new versions. No one can seem to agree how to program in C++, which is okay, but... McLovin, I'm assuming you're watching the Handmade Hero stream? Oh, hey, cat. You. Yeah, you just want me to pet you? Yeah. Fumbo, anything you can do to learn programming if you understand it is good. The problem with like Code Academy, well, not problem, but when you're done with Code Academy, you'll want to start doing your own projects, or even during Code Academy. And those are the important part. When you get to that spot where you can start, you come up with problems or projects that you want to work on, you can actually do them. But yeah, you need to do all the little small stepping stones before you can get to that big picture stuff. Handmade Hero. It's a stream of a guy. I'll just send it to you. He does Twitch Monday through Friday for 1 hour a day, and he's going to make the entire game. He started it like January or something, but he's going to make the entire game on the stream. He's doing no coding off the screen. He does 1 hour a day, and he saves them all to YouTube so you can watch them. It's all C++, mainly C, and the only library he uses is the Windows API to like open a new window and get to the frame buffer. Like he's gonna write a software renderer. He's writing his own collision detection. He wrote his own sound engine, rasterizer. I guess that's a software renderer. Yeah, definitely check it out. Okay. Let's see what else we have on Flex. Flex shrink. This defines the ability for a Flex item to shrink if necessary. Let's put those as 0. They can't shrink. Nope. No, you're eating your grass? I don't know if you guys can see my cat. He's eating his grass. There he is. Okay. So our flex item, 0 items, are they just not? Oh, they're not being drawn at all. What happens if I give this a border? Padding. Still does that funky flex grow thing. Maybe I don't want to make a progress bar in Flexbox. Maybe that was just a mistake. Let's do, get rid of that. Let's just do it on width. We don't need an invert bar then. Get rid of that. We're gonna do width. How do I represent this as a percent? Can I do that craziness? No, no I can't. Maybe I can count it to a string at the end. Oops. Let's go check it out. So you are width 0, width 50, width 100. And you don't look like anything at all. Get rid of shrink, get rid of, just get rid of this whole thing. Thanks for following, Boss Kone. Thanks for following QTWTF. Okay, that's pretty. That works just as well, it seems. And it actually animates like I wanted it to. How about that? Dan, can you just set up the growth to 0? Yeah, I tried that buddy site, but I had like the little ends on it. I mean, it worked transition-wise. Let me move my camera back. Oh, I clicked a button on my camera. What does that do? Doesn't seem to do anything. Okay. Unless it turned off my mic. Yep, that's working. Okay, so now you have a progress bar. It animates all fancy. Yeah, I like that. Let's do how would I do a animated progress bar sprite? Whatever, I don't care. Let's just make it look prettier. So it might be too fast on the stream, but for me it looks great. It's like really snappy. Yeah, I don't know if I wouldn't go any slower than that. I mean, oh, I guess this could be useful for you guys. Should work, right? Yeah. So you guys can check out the website. And it should update when I change it too. It should work. I think it works for everyone. If it stops my live updates, I regret giving that out. We'll see. So I don't want blue and red. I want... What do progress bars look like? Actually, let's just go to material design progress. Do they have one? Circular progress bar. Kind of wanted the material documentation. Progress. See what sort of things they say. Okay, I can do that. That's easy. So you are no longer blue, but you are actually... Can I get like a color picker? Is that a package I can get? Oh, I want to install a package. Right click and press, pretty dang popular. Yeah, I'm good. We'll try to go. Okay. Where'd you? I just installed you. Where'd you go? Right click or press. Okay. So right click. You know, I have no idea what I just installed. Right click a color and select a color picker. Maybe I need to reboot. Yeah, I'm not going to focus on the input form for now. Mainly what I'm focusing on is this process flow thing, where you go between pages. Does this work now? You need to like type the color first. Let's do black. Now can I right click it? Come on. Color picker. Uncaught type error. Apparently you got work to do, Mr. Color Picker. No, install. What is this? A tiny plugin which shows color of color value. Yeah, I guess that's good enough. Maybe this one's better. Oh, other underline. Good. Wait, color highlight. Whoa, I just installed that. Okay, let's see what happened. Disable that one. Okay, let's see what kind of stuff you do. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Except for, isn't that supposed to be an underline? I know, highlight. Yeah, I guess that works. You are black. I want you to be blue. Let's go 100% for now. What would blue be? RGB, so like in the 200 range? Oh, you know, maybe exactly what I want. No, these go a bit darker. Needs to be more blue. A little bit less dark. I feel I'm getting further away from it now. Maybe less saturation. Okay, that's pretty good. You are actually going to be down here. Oops. And you are going to be up here with a lighter color. So let's pump up that. Okay. Thanks for following. Pleebold. Plybold. Okay. Do they have rounded edges? I can't quite tell in the video. I don't think so. I mean, these are fancy, I guess. Not applicable. Oh wait. That is pretty cool though. Let's make it a little bit shorter then. Half an REM maybe. Do I really need to give that guy a height? If I just make you block. No, that's still not gonna work. Don't give you a height, just give you a height. I don't want to height both of you guys. And let's do inline block. Yeah, that's pretty slick looking. Lighter colors, for sure. 60 and 90. Okay. They still have a more vibrant color going. Still lighter. What am I missing? I should really just be a color picker. I don't know why I'm spending so much time trying to match it. Oh. This is so dumb what I'm doing. But, whatever. Let's desaturate you more. And also brighten you. Yeah, let's see how it looks. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. That looks pretty cool. Okay, so now let's get rid of that third page and turn it into a congratulations page. Complete. Complete form. Form complete. So I don't really feel like doing all this other stuff now. What are you installing, Buddy Scythe? Is it just like the progress bar makes you feel like about installing, or think about it? Something on the progress bar for now. I think it's good enough. Oh, installing the plugins is what you're talking about. That's right. It worked though. I just had to go through 2 or 3. Form complete. What do you look like? You're just going to say thank you for completing the form. We are going to switch you over to the other form too. So I don't like this. Yeah, that's much better. And then we also need to include you. And now that I've included you, I need to create a template. And you're going to say complete. Okay, good. So what I want to do now is, when we click next, instead of flashing between the pages and showing and hiding, I actually want to slide them into view. I think that'd be pretty slick. So okay, how would we do that? Probably use an animation frame instead of a transition. Yeah, we'd create 2 animations, one called like from left and one called from right. And 2 left and 2 right. I guess 4 animations. Let me get out this thing. Oh, that's weird. Okay. So, no, is that what I wanted? Just run it. Let's create a new document. Let's make it larger. So I have this, well, let's fill the background. That's not the background. Whoa. I don't know why GIMP is so bad with rulers. Watch this. I try to draw. Look how delayed that is, right? You go into view, turn off rulers, and suddenly it's like perfect. Something to do with Cairo and their new vector painting system, but whatever. I want this brush. Seems kind of dumb. Give me a smaller one of those. Okay. Also, this color is stupid. So we got a page, right? And we have like these little segments. Yeah, we want to, when we go to the next page, this will transition on. And this is current. And then after that, you will have, this is the page again. And next is now current. And then we have a previous. And then we have a next. The same thing will happen if we click next. And you click previous, let's go the other way. Thanks for subscribing, Build Brick. I like your name actually. I don't know why. So yeah, just two. We'll need this transition, this one, and this one. I guess we can use VWs. I don't know if you guys are familiar with VW. It's a CSS unit. But this all sounds good. So let's go ahead and create our transitions. What would that be? Probably put that under process. No. Yeah. I don't really know where to put it. So anywhere, it's fine. Processing. Create the page. I think pages probably come after components, so they don't override anything. So let's go look up how to write animations. Oh, but not from here. There we go. So you guys know, W3 Schools is for fools. It is that bad. There's an entire website made to show you how W3 is for fools. W3 Schools is for fools, not W3. This is a nice website. That's one example. I'm not going to be doing all that. Okay, this looks better. Cool. Start with the first one. We're going to do slide in from right. It's going to be from left is 1 VW, 100 VWs, to left 0 VWs. Let's fix this indentation real quick. Like tabs. So now I want the... I can somehow set it to stay on... Maybe that's the default. I'll just try this for now. So now I want something like... I want to call it the same thing, actually. Just a class you can attach to it, and we'll run this animation. Did we just type the name of it? Yeah, just type the name of it. Let's give it a duration. 1 second. Can you give it an easing? Whatever, okay. So let's try this out real quick. This needs to be absolute, I think, for this to work. Position, relative, Well, in user form, collapse that. Position absolute. Gotta spell it correctly though. Okay. Oh gosh. I should have seen this coming. This is due position relative. I mean, I can still do like a left on this, right? Left 100 UW? Yeah, cool. So now let's add the class to it. Just simply add the class. Add attribute. Class equals this. No, not that. What do I call it? Slide in from right. Nothing happened. In fact, I didn't even have the class. Hey. That person. I didn't even bother trying to figure out what it was called, how to pronounce it. Slide in from right. Do I hit enter or tab? Tab. I am including it, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's got the animations and stuff on it now. From to. Let's remove that class. Give it a left of 100 VW. See if that helps at all. And then add the class back. Not really animating. Do I have to like fire it off or something? Let's go back to the guide. Making text slide across the browser window. Oh, it's animation name. This is one of those things where I expect you guys to catch it. I have to do all this. Let's just fix this real quick. Nope. Nope. What is it called? I don't have it. Need to name it. Class equals process steps. Position relative. Yeah, that's all right. And then for each one of the steps, we'll worry about that later. Okay, let's apply this class. See what happens to it. Oh, I need to make a position relative. So process steps, all of its children. I don't know if I can do that. Do I need? I think I need a star in there. No. Let's see if that worked. No. Yes. Okay. So now I want to apply this class. Hey, look at that. Okay. So that was cool. Now let's remove it. Nothing happens. Add it back. And it should slide in from the right. Now we just got to create 4 more. Let's do slide out to right. And literally the only difference with this is that it goes from 0 to negative 100. Let's try that out. except for I need to, or its ending state needs to stay. I guess it's duration. No, it's not duration. Or direction. Okay, yeah, fill mode. That's kind of weird, but forwards. I think that's what I want. Animation direction, normal. Last keyframe, frame 100% or 2. Wait. Maybe this isn't what I want. There's one that I can determine what happens at the end of it. It's gotta be one of these. It's just not jumping out to me. Go look at them again. I don't want to delay. It might still be this. No. Is it duration? No. Iteration count? No. Name? No. Play state? No. Timing function? I was gonna be like ease and stuff. I wanted this earlier. Yeah, I do want an animation timing function. I also probably want to pull these all out. So they're gonna have a lot in common. The duration and this type. Okay. Slide out to right, slide in from right. So that's fine. What's left? Fill mode again. The animation of fill mode CSS property specifies that a CSS animation should apply styles to its target before or after. This is definitely what I want. So forwards, normal, 100% to 2. But where's default? This is, okay, so I want forwards. Animation fill mode, forwards. Okay. Now let's try animating it out again. And it should stay there this time. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, that's kind of weird. So now in process.view, you don't belong up there. You belong down here. And you belong up there. You don't belong there. I guess I got rid of process.view. So I don't need to show and hide the same way anymore. So these are going to change. I'm going to be applying classes to them now. Yeah. I need to... So for now, let's just slide them all to the left. So I don't want this anymore. I don't want to hide steps every time. I guess to hide a step, I can apply a style of left 100 VW. Oh, it's CSS, isn't it? Okay. Except for the first one, I will be applying CSS of 0 VW. Oh my gosh, I didn't need animations this whole time, did I? I can just do it with a simple transition. Let's go ahead and comment this all out. Do a transition on that. Transition. Let's do 0.5 or left, 0.5 seconds, ease. Look at that. It's got a little bit wonky, but we're getting somewhere. You know what, I'm just going to call it a day. I like this. This is pretty neat. That's pretty neat. How neat is that? The only other thing I'd really change is like when I click next, it would go to the left instead of to the right. And also, I didn't wire these up at all. Like wire this back up to my reactor store so I can do flux. Alright. Well, thank you everyone for joining me. That was a lot of follows. I don't think I've ever gotten so many follows in a stream. That's going to end my session today. It was pretty good. Pretty proud of myself. Alright, bye.